Hello, S4, it's Mr. Morton here. I hope you're all doing really well and ready for some more National 5 chemistry. We're continuing on with looking at unit number 3, Chemistry and Society, and we're going to have a quick video today talking about extracting metals from their ores. Now, most metals that you think of, like iron, aluminium, copper, etc., you couldn't just go out and find those metals in their pure form laying about. They would be in a reacted compound forming a metal ore. So if you wanted to get some aluminium to make some aluminium foil or a can, you would have to extract that aluminium from the metal ore. Same with copper, same with most of our metals. Now, what we want to go through in today's video is understand, first of all, what an ore is, and it's pretty much what I've already talked about there. An ore is just a naturally occurring compound which have metals within them. Normally you have a metal reacted with something like oxygen, but it could be a whole variety of other different elements. And therefore, since the metal's in a compound, it doesn't have the properties of that metal. You'd have to extract it to just get it in its pure form. Now, there are three ways to extract a metal from its ore, which we're going to look at now. Our first and simplest method of extraction is heating. If I take a metal ore and I heat it up, I can sometimes extract the metal within. Now, I do say sometimes because we've got three methods of extraction, and heating will not work for all of the different metal ores. Sometimes we need a more intensive method of extracting, but heating is the first one. Second one, very similar, heating again, but this time we're heating with a reducing agent to help extract the metal from the metal ore, and that's normally something like carbon powder. So this time, yes, we're heating it still, but we're also putting in another chemical just to aid the extraction of the metal. So it's a little bit more complicated and a little bit better at extracting the metals from the metal ore. And if heating plus carbon powder doesn't work, then the last way to separate a compound, one that we've talked about before from Unit 1, is electrolysis. We can electrolyze metal ores to extract the metals that way. And that is by far and away the best method for extracting metals from metal ores, but is also the most energy intensive method as well. So we need to appreciate those three different extraction methods: heating with carbon powder, and electrolysis. And we also need to know which metals will be extracted by which process. So the first extraction method that we talked about there was just heating. That is the simplest extraction method there is, and that only works for unreactive metals, only works from silver, mercury and gold. And to extract these metals from their metal ore, we can just simply heat them and we'll extract them. Dead straightforward, very easy, because these are unreactive metals. Remember, this is our kind of league table, our electrochemical series. Most reactive at the top, least reactive at the bottom, and the least reactive ones are the easiest to extract. Just need to heat them. Then from copper up to and including zinc, but not including aluminium. So from copper to zinc, these are more reactive than something like silver, gold and mercury, but less reactive than the metals at the top. They're kind of medium reactive metals, if you will, and they can be extracted by heating plus using that reducing agent, using some carbon powder as well, just to help extract the metal. So from copper to zinc, we can heat them up all day and they won't extract, but if we heat them up with some carbon powder, then we would start extracting them. And then finally, at the top, we've got our most reactive metals. So anything above aluminium on this list, to extract it, we would have to use a lot of energy because these metals are very reactive, and electrolysis, using electricity to break up the metal ore, is how we'd extract anything from including aluminium and up. So if you've got your data booklet handy, I would definitely suggest adding this in to your data booklet and thinking of a couple of ways to help remember which metals are extracted by which process, because it is a requirement for you to know. Okay guys, just a wee short video there. I hope that was useful, and I'll see you again next time.